All right, guys, we are back at it. Fresh slate, new month, Tuesday, February 1st. Fresh slate here. Last night we did pretty good. Both of my lock of the day and my under of the day both hit. Really happy about how it went yesterday. Duncan ended up going under on his. Jaren Jackson went over on his. RJ Barrett ended up throwing up a brick show. So that lost me my 3 slip. And then my 5 slip, Desmond Bain ended up getting an assist taken away from him. And then only ended up getting 1 assist. Jaren Jackson went over on his rebounds. Andre Drummond had like 20 rebounds. Steph Curry had a 21-point fourth quarter, so that one was going to hit, and then Steph Curry went crazy. And then Pascal Siakam hit on his. So a lot of my Yusuf Nurkic went under. A lot of mine picks yesterday did really well. So let's try to get again today. Let's try to make some money today. All right. So what you guys are all here for is the locks of the day. So my lock of the day is going to be coming from the 7 o'clock game. It is going to be Wendell Carter over on points, rebounds, and assists, which is set at 26.5 right now. Hear me out. I know you guys are like, what? The Magic are 11-40. They're one of the worst teams in the league. 2 of their wins have been against the Chicago Bulls twice. Both the games have been pretty good games. The Bulls won one of their matchups earlier this season, but it was a 4-point game, so it was a really close game. Wendell Carter, when they played back on January 3rd, had 21, 10, and 4. He actually played 35 minutes, so he played the most minutes of anybody that game. And then when they played just last week, give me just a second, I'll pull up when they played just last week. And when they played just last week, he had 19, 7, and 1. Only played 28 minutes in that one. I believe he got into some foul trouble, though, so that's why he didn't play as much minutes in that game. So I'm loving this over for Wendell Carter for points, rebounds, and assists. It's a revenge game for him, really. Of course, he used to be on the Bulls. He got traded for Vucevic. So every time he's played the Bulls, he's put up some pretty good stat lines. And the Magic have always been able to keep it close with the Bulls based upon what we've seen earlier in the season from their 2 matchups. As we start to get towards the middle portion and the end of the season here, a lot of these teams, when you look at lines, you got to remember they've played earlier in the season. So you got to go back and look how their stats were when they played earlier in the season. So my lock of the day will be Wendell Carter for points, rebounds, and assists at 26.5. From the same game, I love Demar Derozan's points, rebounds, and assists. Right now, Underdog doesn't have his points up, but his points, rebounds, and assists is up. Again, going back to the previous matchups, Derozen dropped 41 earlier in the season back on January 3rd. And when they played just this last week, Derozen dropped 29. So, backwards. I did that backwards. Just last week, Derozen had a 41, and then earlier, January 3rd, he had 29. So he's obviously getting close to his points, rebounds, and assists just with his points alone. But he's been passing the ball very well. I watched the Bulls' last game the other day, and Derozen had like 10 assists. He was eating very well as far as passing the ball. I can't remember who they played, but whoever they were playing that day was doubling him like crazy. Oh, it was the Portland Trailblazers, was doubling him like crazy, and he was just passing the ball with ease. So I also like his points, rebounds, and assists as well. All right, another line I like. He hit for us last week. The Warriors are sitting a bunch of players tonight. The only available players, according to Underdog, that the Warriors have tonight is Gary Payton, Jordan Poole, Moses Moody, Juan Toscano-Anderson, Kevon Looney, Chris Chiwoza, Damian Lee, Quandre Weatherspoon, and Jonathan Kuminga. So look for this game to be a pretty competitive game between the Warriors' backup squad and the San Antonio Spurs. I'd love for Poeltl to hit his line in this game. Whether you want to go points, rebounds, or points and rebounds, I always love to do his points and rebounds. He's going to hit in both. They just don't have anybody aside from Kevon Looney that can really rebound the ball very well, so look for Poeltl to have a big game tonight. My underlock of the day is going to be coming from the Minnesota-Denver game. Jared Vanderbilt under 1.5 assists, so he's only got to get 2 assists to bust that line, but Jared Vanderbilt obviously is not much of a playmaker. If he's ever getting the ball, it's either he's rebounding the ball, getting a putback layup, or he's catching lobs, or he's getting easy dunks. So Jared Vanderbilt is not someone I'm anticipating to hit this line. Of course, they're playing Denver tonight, too. He's got great interior defense, so it's not like Jared Vanderbilt is going to be getting in a situation where he gets double-teamed or something, and then they just flip it over to him. to an open player. I like Jared Vanderbilt under for this 2 assists. I know it's risky and it's gonna be close because you never know what could happen. But I like this to be the lock of the day. Under lock of the day, Jared Vanderbilt under 1.5 assists. And one more line I'm going to be having for you guys. Not that many lines today. A lot of injuries again affecting a lot of lines. Still a lot that still isn't posted as of 2 o'clock Central Time right now when I'm recording this video. One last one I'm going to do. We're just going to go ahead and rock with Dezante Murray. I didn't like this at the beginning of the day, but with the amount of players that aren't going to be playing tonight for the Warriors, this game's going to be a lot closer. Dezante Murray is obviously a very talented guard. He's been racking up close to triple-doubles, if not triple-doubles, nearly every single night, playing 36 to 38 minutes, so you love to see that. Dezante Murray's points, rebounds, and assist line right now is set at 37.5, making it 38. I think this is a very attainable line for him. The Warriors, historically, when they had their starting lineup, are a much more talented defensive team, but the people that would be most likely matched up with him would be like a Moses Moody, Jordan Poole, maybe Gary Payton at times. So he's definitely going to have a lot of chances to pass the ball really well. Again, like I said, there's going to be no dominant big on the floor, so he's going to be maybe getting quite a few rebounds tonight, as well as Poeltl. So look for Dezante Murray over in points, rebounds, and assists. All right, guys, so here's going to be my slips for today. My 3-slip, you know we always do a 3-slip and a 5-slip for funsies. Here's my 3-slip. It's going to be Wendell Carter over on his rebounds, points, and assists. Poeltl over on his points and rebounds. And finally, they put a Demar Derozen line back up at 25.5 points for Demar Derozen. I believe you can hit that over. If you guys want to, too, if you guys see my 5-slip here in just a second, here's my 5-slip. Chris Paul over on his points and assists. Now, originally, I was going to put Chris Paul's line in the video, but we didn't know it was a situation with Harden and Kyrie, but they're playing now. So this is going to be a really good game between Brooklyn and the Suns. Look for Chris Paul to have a monster game. 28.5 points and assists. He's going to hit that easy for Chris Paul. Dezante Murray over on his points, rebounds, assists. We're going to rock that under on Jared Vanderbilt's assist line. Poeltl, on this slip, I'm going to go over on his points, which is set at 12.5. And then I was bouncing back and forth with this Demar Derozen over on his assists, but we're going to do it over 5.5 assists. Demar Derozen last couple of games has been like 10 assists, 7 assists, 8 assists, 7 assists. He's averaging 5.7 assists on the season, so we'll see what happens there. But that's going to be my 5-slip. Those are my slips for the day. Let's go get this money.